zoom in on the back. It says E.
So I've watched a couple of things on the television recently. Well, one was the DVD and the other one was the TV. So the DVD first. And these are questions that I have, actually. 2 questions about 2 things that I've seen on the screen. Now, every time I watch this movie, I'm left with the same question. I've googled it. I haven't found any satisfactory answer. I need to know what the answer is. The movie is The Gladiator. Not just Gladiator, with Russell Crowe. Now, at the beginning of that movie, he has a dog. And they're very attached to each other. The dog helps to save his life in battle. But afterward, now you don't see the dog get killed. And afterwards it's not even mentioned what happened to the dog. Now maybe the answer is in the cutting room floor. But does anybody out there know what the answer is? Why is the dog never even mentioned in the rest of the movie? It's like they started out thinking they'll have a great partnership between man and dog, and then they just forgot about it. It's one of those niggling things. It's not important, but it's niggling. The other thing, me and the boys were sitting down watching yet another rerun of Star Trek Voyager. I love Star Trek Voyager. It's one of my favourite Star Trek series.
No, I'm not.
Now, the thing about Star Trek Voyager is they only have the holographic Doctor, the EMH. And because he's all they have, they drafted in initially Kez to be the sort of medical assistant, the nurse or whatever, doctor's assistant, and later on they have Tom Paris to do it. Now, okay, that sort of fits in with them being stuck in the Delta Quadrant and being on the skeleton crew, but then you see scenes where there's an epidemic or there's lots of injured being brought in the sick bay, and suddenly there's all these blue-coated medics in the sick bay. And I was watching it, and the doctor turns to one of these blue coats and hands him the tricode and says, "Take over here, will you?" So, yeah, that's a bit confusing. There's a continuity problem there, isn't there? Because they only have the EMH, they have no other medical staff, so they draft in another member of the crew to act as the doctor's assistant. And yet, when there's a crisis, they have all these medical people. Are they extra holograms, or do they sort of come from another ship that's mysteriously sort of blipping in and out of the Delta Quadrant? I need to know. It doesn't make sense. Where do all these medics come from when there's a sudden major crisis on the Voyager? So, anybody out there know the answers? Please leave me a comment, because I need to know.